Hey guys, what is up? The Underwoa back with some more War of the Roses, and this time, as promised, you ready for it? I'm going to show you mounted combat. I farmed up a little bit of gold, saved up to buy my horsey, and yeah, you guys get to see that. Now a little disclaimer, I am absolutely god-awful at mounted combat. So don't expect to get any like big tips or like how to be a pro at riding the horse or getting kills from the back of the horse. I am just here to show you what it looks like and, you know, stuff like that. And also, I figured my last video was sort of like a, you know, this is all this cool stuff about this game. You know, it's awesome and everything. And you know, I feel like that was sort of like a review and, you know, showing you guys like, oh, you should get it because of this. Well, I feel like it would only be fair if this video I kind of, not complain, please understand I'm not complaining or anything, I'm just pointing out some of the things I noticed were a little, like, you know, need to be fixed in the game, or it's like frustrating or something, just to give you guys kind of a perspective, like, you know, from both angles, so, you know, like, maybe you want to buy this game, maybe these things will deter you from buying the game. I don't know. It's not too many bad things. A few things that are kind of like, you know, glitchy. I did run into a few glitches, but we'll get into that in a minute. Let's go into the profile editor and make ourselves a cavalry class or whatever. So man of arms, that stuff. Under movement perks, cavalry. Went with heavy cavalry. Then you get your main weapon all set up, then you go to your mount and pick your horsey. Got my Rouncy hunting horse, which was 12,000 gold. Now, the better horses are 120,000 gold. That's a little bit down the road. So I think we're pretty set up there. You see my little fancy crest on top of my helmet. It's very snazzy. Oh, excuse me. It's very snazzy. So let's go ahead and rename this to... Nope. Horsey! Yay! Alright. So let's get into this. Let us jump into the team deathmatch. Why not? On my favorite map, even. I love this map. Maybe it's because I've played it like 85% of the time. So yeah, I guess that's one thing. You'll run into this map a lot when you play this game. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. I've come across this map quite a bit. So let's be Lancaster, of course, because they are awesome. Horsey. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is I'm on a horse. So you move around the same with WASD. Alright, E gets off the horse. Alright, and you see how it says cruise control gear slow? You just press, like, let go, press W again, you'll go faster, do it again, you go fast. You hold shift to, like, sort of sprint, and you just swing the sword like normal from either side like this. So yeah, we're riding on a horse. I get to demonstrate just how terrible I am at it. Oh god. So yeah, I guess a few things to go over with this game would be the armor penalties are what seems to be meaningless. As in... I missed it. As in, whether or not you have heavy, light, or medium armor, it's just like... doesn't seem to make a difference. Like, you might as well just have the heaviest armor because it provides the best protection and obviously has the most encumbrance, but the encumbrance doesn't really come into play too much. Like, I've noticed, like, even as an archer, normally an archer wants to wear, you know, like, maybe at the most medium armor, but when you wear the heavy armor, you're... okay, well, I just got kicked out of the game. When you wear heavy armor, it fully protects you, And you don't have to move that much as an archer anyway. And if you're trying to get away from someone who's already running at you, the way the game works is that the person picks up speed and is already at top speed, and you start moving away at your slowest speed. So even if in your light armor, you're going to get caught, regardless. So that's a thing, I guess. I guess another thing, which is kind of made me want to be an archer, because I guess I'm impatient. But another thing with the melee combat is that the fights can take so long. Like, it's pretty crazy how long it can take. Like, when you're in hand-to-hand combat, the amount of time it takes to swing at someone and block and have them swing at you and deal enough damage through their armor, because armor takes up so much of the damage in this game. It's just like, it could take at like 5 or more minutes to finish a one-on-one fight. So there's that, which actually leads me into the next thing, is that the spawning. Now, as you see, the spawning is you pick a base camp or you pick a player to spawn off of. Now, the thing that seems to be a problem is the players that you can spawn off of. Like, you'll be having a one-on-one fight with somebody, and it'll be like a great fight, and it's going like really well and really smooth. And then all of a sudden, you turn around, and there's 4 or 5 of his buddies just right there. And that, it's just kind of ridiculous, because you're having a good fight, and maybe you're going to win it, maybe you're going to lose it, but it completely changes the odds when all of a sudden his whole team is right there. And it's just, it's ridiculous. I think the spawns should just always be at the base camps, you know? So, there's that. That's just something that bothered me. Let's see if I can get this guy off his horse. Nope. Come on, man. And I know this episode and the last episode of War of the Roses is kind of a ranty kind of thing, and you know, it might be boring or uneventful. But trust me, in the rest of the ones, if you guys want to see it, of course. If you don't want to see it, I'll just play in my own time because I really like the game. But the rest of the videos that I put out are just going to be me gameplay and commentating like normal. I don't normally like doing this like super serious review kind of thing, but I feel like it's worth informing you guys about it because it is a cool game. So yeah, that's that. So I guess we might as well move on to the next thing. The damage, I feel like, now this is coming from someone who might not fully understand the damage calculations. I didn't even see that guy. Too focused on talking. I need to pay attention now. Alright. So yeah, but coming from someone who doesn't fully understand the damage calculator, maybe. But from what I've noticed, the damage is kind of broken. I wanna use the word broken. And by that I mean it's like if you take an arrow and shoot someone in the head with it, it'll do, I don't know, it could do anywhere from like 15 to like 60 damage. And no matter what kind of damage it does, it just doesn't seem to phase them too much. Like I could do 60 damage and then like a second later I'll do like another 70 damage. And it just doesn't seem to like do anything to them. So I assume it's not based off of like a 100-point health system or something. There's probably a whole calculation underneath, but that's just something I've noticed. And I guess you saw me do it a minute ago, but what you can do is you can shoot at someone on horseback. And something that kind of bothers me that it just doesn't seem to make any sense is if you hit the person who's on the horse, like if you actually hit that person, you'll get experience as normal per the amount of damage you do. But something that's like, if you hit the horse that he's riding, which is moving just as fast as he is, you get no experience for it. Now right there I hit the guy on the horse. I'm trying to show you an example. But I feel like you should get experience, especially if you knock him off the horse, because that's contributing like big time to your team. You're taking them completely off the horse, and he's no longer like dominating the battlefield, because people on horseback tend to dominate the battlefield until they're off. So that's that. It's just a little thing. Also, you know what? I said I would show you guys some horseback stuff. I haven't really been doing that, so let's do that. Again, like I'm not good at all on the horse, but I'll give it a try. I think it would be easier with a lance. I don't know how much it costs to get a lance. I haven't really looked into it that much, but I'll probably have to invest in that. And I guess the last thing I have to mention is one of the broken setups. I don't know if I should be telling anyone this because you might go around and start doing this, but hopefully it'll get fixed soon, or hopefully someone will find a way to get through it and it won't be as big of a deal anymore. But the one setup that I've noticed everyone's been complaining about, and it's pretty ridiculous, is buying the full plate armor, which I think is 11 grand for the body, and then probably 4 grand for the helmet. And it's almost impenetrable. And when you hit it, even if you get through it, most of the time the little shield will pop up that's saying like, oh, like that shield right there, like, oh, you didn't do any damage. And and if you do damage, it's like 15, which is almost nothing in this game. So the one thing I have noticed to kind of get around that a little bit, it sort of helps, is to always stab. Don't like swing or like chop on him. You stab into it, it does a little more damage, but overall it's just like, it does almost nothing, and it's kind of ridiculous. Now the thing that makes it extra ridiculous, and it's starting to sound like I'm complaining now, but trust me, I'm not. I don't normally have a problem with this, but I've noticed it's kind of it is a problem, I guess, because everyone's starting to do it, is when you add the claymore to it. Now, normally it's like, oh, okay, well, you have to wait, you have to do all this stuff, get all the experience, get all the gold, and get the claymore, but no. No. You start with the claymore. The claymore is the first weapon you get, so you already have that. The claymore has a huge range. It does a ton of damage, and what am I saying? It does a ton of damage. It swings really fast, just as fast as a single-handed sword almost, and yeah. So combined with not being able to take any damage, plus dealing the maximum amount of damage, you get pretty crazy, and I've noticed it frustrates a lot of people. People may have even been talking about it in this game, I don't know. But I'm trying to see if anyone is. But yeah, it's pretty wild. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the last thing I really had. I mean, none of it's really too big of a problem. It's just a few things I noticed with the game, and I felt like it wouldn't be fair to go off on all the good things about the game and not tell you any of the like more downside parts of the game. Now, in my opinion, I would say, nice, got an insta-kill. I would say that the pros outweigh the cons in this scenario, but you can interpret it as you wish. And yeah, so that's pretty much that. So I think that's about it, guys. We'll end off on the note of me, begging for my life. But I just wanted to make this video. I want to say short video, but I'm not sure exactly how long I've been recording. I forgot to set a timer. But, so yeah, those are my thoughts on it. And the rest of the gameplay, like I said, will be, just normal gameplay of me, kicking ass and doing normal commentaries. And yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more of this game. Leave a suggestion of any games you might want to see me play. I'd take any suggestion into consideration as long as I think I'll have fun with it. So yeah, do all that. A like would be appreciated, and I love comments. So that is it. I will see you guys next time.